on table 46 from Amanda Wood. I'm going to go to that question quickly and just get a response to it. I won't hear everyone on the panel on this, but only those who kind of know about it. I think Yoran is one of those. Let's hear from Amanda Wood.
Took me by surprise. I thought I'd withdrawn the question when Toyota made their announcement last night. What it was about was the Ethan Group they're putting together a consortium to potentially bid for taking on the Holden plant. My question had been, how feasible does that really look? I guess the extended question in light of Toyota is, how feasible does it look for any of the automotive plants to be repurposed and to survive and be manufacturing forces of the future?
Well, I'm told that Yoran knows a little bit about the Ethan Consortium and not many other people do, so I'll just get you to answer that.
Thank you. Let me answer it this way. When Saab came closer in Sweden, and that's a General Motors activity, there were many a person with many an idea of how to prolong that activity. Most of the ideas most of them at that time were pies in the sky. Some of them had a bit of merit. One that was exceedingly well capitalized. We're talking really, really well capitalized. We're talking zeros more than have been discussed in this bid. Were allowed to try. And they were staffed with reasonably, they used all the existing management more or less. They had huge capital. They had some ideas linked to niche production activities and so on, and they failed miserably. And I think the reason is that one underestimates the complexity surrounding the supply chain maintenance, the complexity surrounding the maintenance of a distribution network and the associated costs with marketing and activities like that. Most of these companies, the primary problem is actually not a supply side problem, it's a demand side problem. And as a firm, to impact the demand side problem is extraordinarily complex and extraordinarily expensive. So although I don't know the details of this bid, I would look for something which would have an incredibly clear plan that does not depend on restriction of number of cars imported or government support in maintaining a supply chain and a capitalization, the billion of about $10 billion, in order for this to have any chance to even be thought about.
Yep, I'll just quickly go to Greg Combay. Had you heard about this, by the way? And is it sort of a pie in the sky idea? I mean, if it requires the kind of investment that Yoran is talking about, could it ever succeed?
Well, I haven't seen any proposition on a piece of paper at all. I've heard about it. All I could probably do is recite all the complexities and difficulties of pulling off a proposition such as that, not the least of which is the fact that the Elizabeth site is owned by General Motors in Detroit, and they've made very clear to me that they will decide what they want done with their own property.